Good afternoon, everybody. It's Dr. Don on Demand, and I wanted to make this short video, give you some suggestions on how to get your e-commerce business started. Number one in that process is to learn how to do it. And there are three ways that you can get the information about how to do an e-commerce business, and I wanted to touch on all three of those for you. I've done all three, and I have a preference, so that's my bias in this video. So let me go over the three ways that you can learn to do an e-commerce business. First and foremost, and the one that almost everybody picks first, and it's the one I picked first. That is called trial and error. So trial and error. It's got its advantages, it's got its disadvantages. Here are the advantages to trial and error. Okay, now here are the disadvantages to trial and error. It can take you too long unless you're an extraordinary individual with extraordinary inbred talents that you bring to the table. So it takes too long. It can be cheap to begin with, but expensive in the long run. So by expensive in the long run, I mean you're probably going to go to one of the other two methods eventually, unless you've got unlimited time and don't really care about the process being expensive in the long run. Because if you want to achieve a result, you don't want that result to be diluted by a long period of time to get that result. So trial and error, the advantages are it's cheap, but the disadvantages are it's expensive, it takes too long, and the results aren't predictable is the third thing. The second way to seek training is to learn it from an online source of information. So you can get information about how to do the business of e-commerce from online training. The advantages to that are that it's less expensive than my third recommendation, which is going to be to hire a mentor. But you can get training online from a number of different sources. My first exposure to one of the people that teach online motivation and training was Tony Robbins. I attended an event in Milwaukee back when we lived up there a long time ago, and we had gone to the Milwaukee arena way before the Bucks played there, and watched he and a number of the other people that were involved in the industry of motivational coaching and teaching, and that really made me aware of the fact that there were resources out there from people who had managed to put together an e-commerce business and to be able to generate income from such a business. So Tony Robbins, there is Eric Worre with his GoPro series, great series. They've got videos, they've got a blog, they've got a web page, and that works really great for Eric. I don't think it worked for me particularly, but it may work for you. Check it out. And Eric Worre, another source of information that I found to be extremely helpful was Mark Januszewski, the world's laziest networker. He has just an incredible course. Again, the majority of it is online, but they have a live event that Kathy and I went to out in Hawaii. That was great. They do have interaction with their clients every week with their Go 90 Grow course, where you can actually have go to webinar type interaction with them. They've got a great website, and that's a significant improvement over anything that I'd ever done before. That was more geared towards people that were doing typical network marketing, which I have done before. I've learned a lot from it, mostly the interaction amongst people and the fact that if you want to do that business, you've got to talk to people. Not that I don't mind talking with people, but I found that the e-commerce business that I'm doing currently, and my mentor in that is Bishop Stewart. And by the way, I'll put all the links to these down below. A couple of other resources along the way that I've got value out of is Michael Deloe. His website is Mentoring for Free. And then Tom Big Al Schreiber, I believe, is how he says his last name. He's got great resources, and he's an entertaining individual in his website. Just got a email blast from him today. I keep listening to these suggestions that come in them, but the main source of my information now is from Bishop Stewart, who is an expert in e-commerce and a mentor and friend. So online training. And the third way to do this, if you don't have the time to do it, either for the School of Hard Knocks, also known as trial and error, if you don't have enough time to participate in a 9 to 12 month, course from some of the other folks that do have a more interactive type of procedure for training you in whatever business you're trying to learn, I would recommend hiring the whole kit and caboodle, because hire IT, I don't know, hire it. If you've got the money, that may be the way to go. You can hire a whole team of people to put together your e-commerce business. It helps to know what you want to do, although some of these folks will actually tell you what will work and set it up for you. So I'm not recommending that. The only one I'm not recommending is frankly trial and error. So let's just knock that out of here. If you don't have the money to hire a whole team of people to put together your website, decide your product base, and secure all of that information and do it for you, so it's going to be expensive. But if you have unlimited resources and little time, hire it. The more significant way for me is to hire and work with a mentor. I've just got great things to say about that approach. It's more interactive. It kind of combines your input with their input, and it's more successful when you have someone who's got a proven record. Right now, for the kind of business I'm doing, Bishop Stewart is outstanding. For network marketing in the conventional way, Big Al, Eric Worre, and Mark Januszewski are the three I would recommend that you take a look at. And again, I'll have the links down below. So my suggestion is get a mentor. And that's the number one thing that's worked for me. I'd be happy to help you to go over the pluses and minuses of the different folks, connect you with them, and let you make your own decision. But this is Dr. Don on Demand. Have a great day. We'll talk to you soon.